What's happening, everybody? Welcome to this week's talkie featuring a stop sign in one of the strangest environments I've ever gotten the chance to take a picture of a stop sign in. This was at a nearby, you can't even call it an abandoned mall because it's still technically operational, but so many of the stores in it were closed, and it's been kind of my muse over the past couple of weeks. It's been such a fun place to go and shoot at, including with a couple friends of mine. But more to this image specifically, I'll go through the key elements here being the bright parts, the dark parts, and then the color. So starting with the bright parts of the image, it's two big sections. You've got this triangle on the left-hand side and then this bell curve on the right-hand side, and they work together. You can see it with how wide the camera that you're viewing this on is showing the picture. They work together to create this strange shape here that starts at the top right corner, works its way down to the bottom, and then emerges again on the left-hand side here. It just such a weird thing to explore when I got this back and I was messing around with it in Lightroom. Just loved how they worked together. I mean, yes, it's technically the same light from the same sun, but normally, at least with what I experience most of the time when I'm out shooting, is light is very, both in a good and bad way, it's very consistent. So being able to see these strange, abstract, but different shapes here, really, really cool. Loved getting a chance to play around with that. Up here is the darkest part of the image, this intersection of the brick wall with the ceiling. I didn't find that relevant to the subject being the stop sign here. So what I wanted to do was give this turn this into a place where your eye could almost rest a bit. Not like I'm not trying to pat myself on the back and say my images are that, profound or thought-provoking, but this is a very, chaotic scene going on. You've got this light on this side, you've got the light over here, this big, ugly, brutalist thing, and then of course the actual thing I want you to focus on being the stop sign. So I wanted to soften this up here and make this a little bit less of a challenge for the eye to view and interact with. But with that, I love the way that the red relates to that shadow here. I thought this was a really good gradient, but that gradient is also weighed against the bricks here. So it's a pattern of the brick, but at the same time, it's got that gradient effect of the shadow brightening down here towards the stop sign. Of course, you've got the awesome lines of that as well. But what I found most interesting about this image was the fact that if you hid the stop sign and just looked at the brick, you would say that's probably red or a burnt orange brick. And then of course the stop sign is obviously red. So these two things you could both make a case are red, but if you wore articles of clothing, one of them this color of red and then another being the color of the brick, you could say that they're both red, but at the same time, no one would think you're matching or wearing the same color. So it was a really interesting exercise in how to make them work together, both in person and then with some light recolorization in Lightroom. Just a fun, just experiment almost. This was just a really cool thing to, number one, encounter, but at the same time, I keep coming back to it in Lightroom just to see like what little adjustments are like and how those could impact what the end result would be. Really, really fun image. I'll definitely be coming back here to this mall. I'm sure you'll see a lot more of those coming soon. But this image will be going to someone from our postcard tier. Hope to join if you're currently viewing this at the free level. Hope to have you join, but ultimately, all the best. Talk soon. Bye-bye.